Dr. Ron, unfiltered, uncensored, is for people who are tired of being misled, over-medicated, and dismissed by the sick care system. Dr. Ron, unfiltered, uncensored, stands as the fearless voice of clarity and empowerment. Unlike sanitized health media or corporate-aligned medical messaging, Dr. Ron delivers bold, evidence-informed insights that cut through confusion and restore personal agency. His mission is simple and radical. Give people the truth, give them tools, and give them back control of their health.
Listen to this, man. He got some good news for you. Hey, everybody, gather near. The doctor's in the house, so lend him your ear. The things he can say might even make your day. He might even help your pain go away. The doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. Let the doctor know what's bothering you. I'm sure he can tell you just what to do. The doctor is in the house.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ron, the doctor is in the house. Welcome to another episode of Dr. Ron, unfiltered, uncensored, where we will explain in this episode, which is the 6th in the series of Dr. Ron's Doctrine, the 4th phase, and that's water, and that nature still knows best. So good day, everybody. Today we continue our journey through the Dr. Ron Doctrine. This series is meant to challenge you to think differently about health, disease, and the remarkable intelligence of the human body. But before we begin, let's again review where we have been because each of these episodes builds on the prior one. In episode 1, we challenged the idea that cholesterol is the enemy. The question that we asked is, what if we've been blaming the firefighters for the fire? Perhaps cholesterol is not the criminal, but part of the body's repair system. In episode 2, we looked at the statin cascade and learned that suppressing a biological response is not the same as understanding why the body created that response. In episode 3, we introduced one of the foundations of the Dr. Ron Doctrine, and that is disease begins when cells lose their ability to adapt. In episode 4, we explored the glycocalyx, a remarkable microscopic lining that protects our blood vessels and helps maintain healthy circulation. In episode 5, we asked, why do we get tired, sick, and old? And we discovered that every healing process depends on one thing, energy. And today we're going to take one more step. Where does that energy come from? And you would be partly right if you said food, but nature has been providing life with 4 essentials since the beginning of time: water, air, food, and sunlight. And today I'd like to talk about those gifts from nature and what modern medicine sometimes forgets about them. And I think it's time that I give you a summary of what the Dr. Ron Doctrine is all about. It's built on a simple but powerful belief. The body is intelligent. Disease does not begin when symptoms appear. It begins when our cells lose their ability to adapt to the physical, chemical, emotional, and environmental stresses of modern life. Rather than simply treating disease after it develops, the doctrine asks a different question. What did the body, or why did our bodies lose their resilience in the first place? And that's what we are exploring: the root causes of illness, the remarkable ability of the body to repair itself, and practical science-informed ways to restore health by protecting ourselves, supporting energy production, reducing inflammation, and working with the body's natural design instead of against it. Because, my friends, the future of medicine isn't just treating the disease, it's understanding how health is created. So, simply, we're looking upstream of a diagnosis. What was happening to your body that you got sick? So, we are part of nature. Sometimes I think we forget this fact, and it's very simple. Human beings are part of nature. We didn't evolve in hospitals. We didn't evolve under LED lights. We didn't evolve eating ultra-processed foods. For thousands of years, life depended upon clean water, fresh air, natural sunlight, movement, sleep, and real food. And those are the foundations of health, no matter how advanced medicine becomes. So let's start out with water. It's more than hydration. Let's begin with that. Most of us think about water only when we're thirsty. But I want you to think about this. I think most of you know your body is mostly water. Your blood is mostly water. Every cell depends upon water. Every chemical reaction inside your body requires water. And without it, nothing, nada, nothing works. Recently, researchers have begun exploring whether water inside living tissues behaves differently than ordinary drinking water. And some fascinating work is suggesting that water next to cells may become more organized and play an active role in how our bodies function. That's Dr. Gerald Pollack's work on easy water. The science is evolving, but one thing is certain: water is far more than something that quenches our thirst. It is essential to life itself. And how about sun? I mean, the dermatologists and the advertising media have made sunlight the new enemy. Well, let's talk a little bit about this. Many people avoid the sun because they're afraid of it. And certainly, ladies and gentlemen, excessive sun exposure can be harmful. But avoiding the sun altogether is not the answer either. For millions of years, life evolved under the rising and setting of the sun. And that morning sunlight tells your brain it's time to wake up, time to get going. Let's get this circadian rhythm in line. And evening darkness tells your body it's time to repair. And sunlight helps regulate sleep. It helps regulate hormones, your mood, your energy, your immune system, and much, much more. Perhaps sunlight isn't something that we should avoid. Perhaps it's something to respect. And your body has this internal clock, the circadian rhythm. Have you ever noticed how much better you feel after sleeping well and having a good night's sleep, a restorative sleep? That's because your body performs incredible repair work while you sleep. Hormones change. Your immune system goes to work. Your memory is organized. Cells repair themselves. Energy is restored. Sleep is not wasted time, it's maintenance time. And when we repeatedly interrupt that process, the body begins to struggle. Those of you that have been with me for a while know that I talk about restorative sleep and where the brain shrinks in size, where it pushes out all the toxins at night. It is a time that should not be interrupted, because when it starts getting interrupted, the body begins to struggle. Just think about the world we live in today. Artificial light, screens. I'm talking about screens on our windows and pool cages. Shift work, late night TV, ultra-processed foods, microplastics, environmental chemicals, chronic stress, poor sleep, less time outdoors and less movement. and increasing exposure to man-made electromagnetic fields. The Dr. Ron Doctrine isn't about blaming any single factor, but it is about recognizing that every one of these challenges asks something of our biology. The body adapts, then adapts again. And what happens? Eventually, that total burden may become greater than the body's ability to compensate or adapt. And that, my friends, is when you develop symptoms. It's all about that total burden. And that's one of the key ideas in the Dr. Ron Doctrine and in this series is that disease rarely has a single cause. It's usually an accumulation of many small burdens over many years. Poor sleep, poor eating habits, poor nutrition, stress, inflammation, environmental toxins, lack of movement, circadian disruption, and perhaps other modern influences we're only beginning to understand. In themselves, each one may seem small, but altogether they can overwhelm the body's remarkable ability to adapt. Now, there's really encouraging news out there. The encouraging news is that many of the solutions are not complicated. You ask what? Well, spend some time outside. When you get up in the morning, watch the sunrise if you can. Walk every day. Drink clean water. Eat real food. Respect your sleep. Build meaningful relationships. Relationships are probably the number one reason why people live long. Interrelationships. Laugh, move, and breathe. Do you think any of them are expensive? No, none of those are expensive, yet together they create an environment where your health can flourish. So today we'll add another principle that if you want, you can write down. Health improves when we align ourselves with nature's design. Health improves when we align ourselves with nature's design. Think about it. The body knows how to heal. Our job is to create the conditions that allow that healing to occur. So here's my take, the Dr. Ron take. Look, the longer I've been around in medicine, the more I appreciate a simple truth. Nature got here first, long before hospitals, long before pharmaceutical companies, long before laboratory testing, MRIs, CAT scans. Life depended on sunlight. Life depended on fresh air, clean water, movement, sleep, a community, and life depended on a purpose. And these principles, my friends, have not changed. We've become incredibly sophisticated at treating disease. But maybe we've drifted away from understanding health. The Dr. Ron Doctrine isn't about rejecting modern medicine. No way. It's all about remembering the biological wisdom that has sustained human life from the very beginning. Sometimes the most profound answers are not the newest drug, technology, whatever. Sometimes they're the oldest. And the next time on the Dr. Ron Doctrine, we're going to discuss something you do every single day, something that communicates directly with every cell in your body. We're going to talk about food, not simply calories, not simply as fuel, but as biological information. We'll explore how every meal influences inflammation, hormones, metabolism, and even the way your genes express themselves. Because every bite is a message to your biology. So I think next week we'll talk about a title, Food is Information. Every bite is a biological message. You won't want to miss it. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, the body is intelligent. Disease does not begin when symptoms appear. It begins when our cells lose their ability to adapt to the stresses of modern life. Our goal is not merely to treat disease. Our goal is to understand how health is created. I'm Dr. Ron. Thank you for joining me on the Dr. Ron Doctrine. So until next time, stay curious, keep asking questions, and never, ever stop taking charge of your own health. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day.
Hey everybody, Dr. Ron's finished for today. I hope you got some good wisdom for what the man had to say. If it's all about good health, he's the man you got to see. He has a lot more answers for you. So tune in next week when the doctor is in the house. Or when the doctor is in the house. Let the doctor know what's bothering you. When the doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. Doctor is in the house. Let the doctor know what's bothering you. I'm sure he can tell you just what to do. The doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. Let the doctor know what's bothering you. When the doctor is in the house. So if you have a pain, call the doctor. If you have a strain, call the doctor. Let the doctor know what's bothering you. When the doctor is in the house.